You are crying. Maybe you just got terrible news. Maybe something broke inside you today. Maybe you do not even know why the tears are falling. You are sitting alone. The room is quiet. Nobody knows. And then you hear it. The soft sound of 4 paws on the floor. Getting closer. Your dog pushes their nose against your leg. Then looks up at you. Just looks. And something about that look breaks you open even more. You did not call them. You did not make a sound they could hear. The door was closed. And yet they came. How did they know? The answer involves 300 million receptors and 40,000 years of evolution. Your dog's nose is not just a nose. It is the most sophisticated chemical detection system ever produced by nature. Humans have approximately 6 million olfactory receptors. Your dog has 300 million. That is 50 times more powerful on a completely different level of perception. To understand what this means, imagine color. Now imagine someone who could see 50 times more colors than you, entire spectrums of visual experience that are simply invisible to you. That is what your dog experiences with smell. Emotions have a smell. This is not a metaphor. This is chemistry. When you are stressed, your body releases cortisol, a hormone with a distinct chemical signature your dog can detect from across the room. When you cry, your tears contain a specific chemical cocktail that your body only produces during emotional distress. To you, tears are invisible signals. To your dog, they are a flare fired into the sky. The olfactory brain, the part dedicated to processing smell, is proportionally 40 times larger in dogs than in humans. They are not just detecting a smell. They are reading a story written in chemistry. Your dog is monitoring your emotional biological state continuously. Every spike of fear, every wave of sadness, every surge of joy. They are living inside your emotional weather from the moment you wake up to the moment you sleep. To understand why your dog responds to your crying, you have to go back 40,000 years. The ancestors of your dog were wolves. Not friendly wolves. Wild, pack-hunting apex predators standing at the edge of human camps. Somewhere in that ancient world, a few wolves started behaving differently. They came closer. They stayed. They did not attack. The humans fed them scraps. The wolves provided an alarm system, warning the camp before human senses could detect approaching danger. Over thousands of generations, the wolves that were best at reading human emotional states were kept closer, fed more, and survived better. Their offspring inherited the same ability. Evolution was selecting specifically for emotional intelligence toward humans, and nothing else in nature has ever done that before or since. Dogs are the only non-human animal on Earth that naturally seeks eye contact with humans. Chimpanzees, our closest genetic relatives, either avoid human eye contact or use it as a threat display. Only dogs look for your eyes. Only dogs read your face. When a dog looks into your eyes, oxytocin is released, in you and in the dog simultaneously. The bonding hormone. The same hormone released between a mother and her newborn child. No other human-animal interaction produces this in both species at once. It is chemistry that belongs to both of you equally. Here is the part that is almost impossible to accept. Your dog knew before you showed any outward sign. Your cortisol levels rise before the first tear falls. Your breathing pattern shifts. The chemical composition of the air around you changes. And your dog has already registered all of it. Ancient humans experienced this same comfort 40,000 years ago. When an early human was grieving, the dog was there, not because anyone arranged it, but because the dog sensed the distress and came. The same way your dog comes to you today. Across 40,000 years, the behavior has not changed at all. Studies have confirmed this is not a trained behavior. Dogs approach distressed humans, including strangers they have never met, at significantly higher rates than they approach calm humans. The distress signal activates something that the calm signal does not. Something ancient and automatic. The 300 million receptors are not just smelling your sadness. They are monitoring your entire biological state without pause. Dogs have successfully detected cancer from breath samples before medical equipment could. They can detect epileptic seizures up to 45 minutes before they occur. They can detect the physiological changes that precede a panic attack before the person themselves feels anything wrong. Your dog knows your body sometimes better than you do. And when something changes, when the chemistry of distress begins building inside you, they know before you have shown a single outward sign to the world. Archaeologists have found them, ancient burial sites, tens of thousands of years old, where humans and dogs were interred together. Someone who loved them both decided they should not be separated even in death. The bond between humans and dogs is older than farming, older than writing, older than any structure of civilization we think of as defining human life. And that ancient partnership, built across 40,000 years of shared survival, shared fire, shared darkness, is present in your living room right now. It is present every time your dog follows you from room to room, every time they rest their head on your lap, every time they look up at your face and hold the gaze a moment longer than necessary. And it is most purely, most completely present in that moment when you are crying and the door is closed and nobody knows, and 4 paws cross the floor and a warm weight settles against your side, and 2 eyes look up at you in the quiet. 300 million receptors already knew. 40,000 years of evolution already cared. The next time it happens, and it will happen, take 1 moment before you reach down to pet them. Recognize what you are actually experiencing. You are experiencing the oldest love story on Earth. Not between 2 humans, between a species that built fire and language and cities, and the species that chose to walk beside them through all of it. Not because they had to, because 40,000 years ago, a wolf decided the creatures by the fire were worth staying close to. And every dog that has ever lived has been honoring that choice ever since.